Greetings and welcome back to the lab. Time to do a little bit of an enhancement here. Well, actually a couple of them. One, when I last left you with this project, that middle display was not working. So I have since fixed it, and to prove it, I'm going to plug this in and grab the power bank and show you. I can never quite get it in the right direction. There you go. So it just lit up. I'll do that again. And if you watch that middle one, it wasn't working. There it goes. So that is a power on self-test, as I had thought maybe in the last one. And that is it shutting off because it's in low power mode. That, or it's my power bank not thinking that nothing's going on, so it's not supplying any more power. One or the other. Turns out this is a mode button here, and you can switch modes. I found a video which explains the modes. I believe that's for this version of the firmware. I'm also finding other videos. If you look around, you'll start to find them, which has modified firmware for this and some modified circuitry to make it better as an actual frequency counter. I still haven't quite gotten to that point. I do have the skills to do that kind of thing, but I would need to get the programmer for this and get the code and all the rest of that. I don't want to go that far just yet. This is really just for the keyboard, and we'll see if we can make it work. But I thought to myself, and I even mentioned in the previous video, it might be kind of nice to have a 3D print for this. And so, along those lines, I had a 3D print made. Been doing exclusively resin prints, and this is really no different. I have not opened it, obviously. So I wanted to open it on camera and see how it looks. Let's get this open, and then there's probably going to be a whole bunch of packaging before we get to it. That's what I've learned. They do a really nice job of protecting those. And, okay, there's the main, it's the main print in a bag and wrapped in some sort of separator. I'm suspecting so that the material, if it's not 100% cured yet, won't stick to the bubble wrap bag. So let's see if this looks like. Oh, yeah. Now, I had some words printed on it. This is the first time I've tried to do that. And yeah, it looks like there's something on there that needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to have to look into how I can clean that. Well, let me just try the simplest thing of all. Yeah. Not to be disgusting, but a little bit of spit on a Kleenex and I'm off and running. Not putting it back in my mouth. But there we go. That's looking decent. Let's get it off the paper here. Well, let's see if I got my measurements right. That's a lot of little holes to do, so hopefully I got it right. And that looks reasonable. Now, there's one other thing, is inside, and it may be a little hard to see with the black plastic here, but I have little posts on all four corners, and those are supposed to match up with the mounting holes. And what I did was, they are a very slight taper. They're a little bit smaller here than they are down at the bottom or the front of it. So my hope is that if I line this up right, it'll just slide in. Let me disconnect the power. Might as well just disconnect this all together so we have less chance of something going on. I'm going to slide this in here. And this would mean that I don't need screws. The tight fit. And I got it down on two of them. Sticking out the front nicely. Oh, it's the mode switch. The mode switch is too small, the hole for it. Well, that's easy enough. Just get a drill and drill that out a bit. But I think that's going to land pretty nicely. And then the next thing is going to be trying to figure out how I can. Now, I found an interesting video, and again, I will put a link down below if I can find it again. Somebody had an idea about using, I think it was dish soap as a release agent, and then using silicone like bath caulk and putting that on here so you can get nice lettering, white lettering on the whatever color plastic you've got. And I thought that was an interesting idea, so I might actually try that. I don't know if I'll try it on camera. I think I'd rather link to the video and let you see how they do it. Yeah, but I think I'm going to take another spin on this. I don't mean I'm going to redo the, well, I can even see that, yeah, I could have left a little bit more room because my digits are not perfectly lined up. Now, that is just a matter of heating up the solder and sliding it over a little bit, but this fourth digit is lower than the rest. So there's a couple of little adjustments I could make, and then I can try and put this together. And then we'll see if I can actually get the lettering in here. If not, I'm just going to leave it alone because I can see what it says. It's just, it's going to be in certain lighting. You won't be able to read it. Like if I do that, then you can't see. You may not be able to see. Anyway, that's what this is here. The other thing is I'll have to show you a picture because when I was going through it, well, let me see if I can pop this out. Whew. All right. I got that out. And it was a little scary there for a minute because I was afraid I was going to break off these little pins that I put in here, but they seem to be doing the job of locating it pretty nicely. So I am back to this. Ultimately, what it turned out to be, the reason why that middle digit did not turn on was because the soldering of the microcontroller here. So on the back, if you look at the picture, I should have a better close-up of it, and you can see that there was one particular pin here that didn't have any solder on it, and I don't know how I missed it, but once I finally found it, I put some solder on it, and it came back to life, as you can see. So that takes care of that. Next video, I think we'll be looking into actually testing some crystals. I'm probably going to replace this switch. So maybe by the next video, I'll have this all together and then we'll just get into the actual testing. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a great day.